Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. How you doing today? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing well. And if you're not, it's okay. Tomorrow is a new day. You pick yourself up and try again. And yes, this is our new intro on this channel because sometimes you just need someone to ask you how you're doing. Sometimes you just need that little nudge of encouragement, which is, tomorrow is a new day. You pick yourself up. And I'm going to be the person to be doing that for you. So, yeah. So today, as you read by the title, we're going to be talking about Yoni detox pearls. And before I go further, if you're a guy and you have committed to watching this video, don't worry, it's not anything disgusting or anything, but it's good that you're watching. Please continue watching because I want you to be knowledgeable on some of these things. Just because it's marketed to girls, it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to know about it, and it also helps because the more people know, the more people who know, the more the word spreads around, so you go tell your wives, your girlfriends, your lady friends, your besties, or whoever that whatever I say in this video, they should know it too. So share the video if you will, and let's get into it. So for those of you who do not know what Yoni pearls are, these are basically herbs, right? I will put a picture up of what they look like. They're little bowls of herbs that are wrapped in a mesh cloth, and they have a little string, right? They look like tampons. The other name for them is herbal tampons because of the herbs and because you also put them inside your vagina for a long time. But we'll get into that. But yeah, that's what they basically are. And they claim that, who's they? Those that sell them, those that have used them, so they claim that these help to detoxify your down there region. They help to cleanse it. They help if you have fibroids, if you have cysts. They even go as far as to claim that they help with infertility. Now, I am not a doctor yet. I am not a doctor yet, but I feel like at this point in my life, I have gotten to a stage where I have learned a lot in medical school that I can actually tell or give advice to my friends, who might want any advice, medical advice, even though I'm still a student. I feel as though, I know just about enough to tell you guys that these things are a no for me. They are a no for a lot of people. But we're gonna get into all that. Okay, first thing that we need to know is that the vagina is a self-cleaning organ. It cleans itself is basically what I'm saying. Okay, and we also have to know that the body is designed, or adapted to help us in everything. Okay, for example, when when something goes into your windpipe, the pipe that helps that goes to your lungs and everything, you start coughing because it's trying to expel that foreign object that's gone down the wrong pipe. When something goes into your eyes, your eyes get all watery, and because it's trying to flush out that foreign object. So the vagina, if there's something wrong with it, it will flush out on its own. Okay, that's what it basically means. And also, these Yoni pearls are advertised as detox pearls, right? And I want to tell you guys that our bodies are capable of detoxifying themselves without the need of extra things, extra help, outside help, you know, except for maybe when you have poisoning or whatever, that's when you'll need extra help. But for normal detoxification, there's the liver, the kidneys, even the lungs. They help detoxify the blood in our bodies, okay? So yeah, so when they say these Yoni detox pearls are going to detoxify your vagina or your womb or your uterus, sorry, they're going to detoxify, what are they detoxifying that the liver and the kidneys have not detoxified? You know, it's like some of these questions you really need to ask. Like, okay, fine, you're saying it's to detoxify. What are you detoxifying? What toxins? Because to detoxify is to remove toxins, right? So what toxins are in your vagina or your uterus that you're detoxifying? What is it? Okay, you need to ask questions. Now, some people will say that, oh, this is good because the herbs or whatever material they're using is natural. You know, it's all about things being natural because, you know, we don't want to be putting chemicals in our bodies or whatever, so we would rather go natural. And people will also say, oh no, this has been done for many years, or, you know, whatever. Let me tell you something. Okay, because just because it's natural, just because it has natural in it, or just because, you know, it is natural, it does not mean that it's good for you. There are many things out there in nature that are not good for you. They're not good for your body. They just, you know. So just because it's natural, guys, please just don't. You need to research. Okay, just simple Google search will help you. Like if you are too afraid to go to a doctor or anyone, just Google. Okay, you need to do your research because people can be allergic to plants, and you may be allergic and you might not know. Okay, so just because it says natural, it doesn't mean that it's good. And the point that, oh, people used these methods back then, or people used herbs or plants or whatever back then, they didn't have like chemicals or medicine or whatever, right? These people were fine or whatever. You guys, that was back then, okay? And how do you know? Are they alive today to tell you that these things worked very well? Okay, and just because it worked for one person or a bunch of people, it does not mean that it's gonna work for you. Okay, these things, they're different for every individual. Some people are allergic to bees, some people are not. Some people are some people can't drink, okay, not can't, some people are lactose intolerant, some people are not. So you see, things are different for different people. Okay, don't just because everyone is doing this, or let me also do this. You will be that one exception who's allergic, and then what? And then what? Okay, so be careful, guys. Read. Okay, now as I was, you know, reading up on these Yoni pearls or whatever, I found out that these things do have side effects. I mean, as a medical student, I would have guessed so, because first of all, right, you're instructed to put this pearl, they call them pearls, to put this pearl into your V for 24 hours or even more. Okay, okay. Now, if you're a lady, you know that you can't even put a tampon in there for like a long time, okay? And tell me why you want to be putting something in there for 24 hours or more. Some people even say 7 to 2 hours, leave it in. Why? Why are you putting something up there for a long time? First of all, it is a moist, ew, I hate that word. It is a moist environment. Okay, there's no two ways about, there's no going around this, right? There is moisture in there. And leaving something in a moist and warm environment, it's just you're asking for bacteria to grow. You're asking for things to start growing where they're not supposed to be growing. Okay? And also, there are instructions on how to insert these things, right? Some people may not read instructions. Do you know that your fingers have bacteria on them? When you touch things, you are just putting bacteria on your fingers. Now imagine you have, I don't know, touched your sink or whatever it is, right? You didn't wash your hands, or you think because you washed your hands 2 seconds ago and then you touched the box or whatever, you think your hands are still clean, and then you touch that little pearl, right? Transferring the bacteria onto the pearl, and then you insert it into the moist, warm area for 24 or more hours. Now that bacteria that you have now put on the pearl is gonna start growing, okay? And usually they ask you to keep like herbs and everything in a cool, dry place, like those herbs that you used to cook or whatever, in a cool, dry place, right? But you're putting it in a moist place. What are you expecting to happen? Things like mold can start growing. It's not. Ladies, please, just don't do it, okay? Because you're just gonna spoil yourself even more. Okay, that bacteria is gonna cause problems. If you were scared of infertility or whatever, it might actually happen, because now you're gonna have yeast infections. You might have PID, which is pelvic inflammatory disease, because you have introduced things inside you that are not supposed to be there, okay? And this may even cause like your tubes, your fallopian tubes, to be blocked, and what do you know? Infertility. Okay, so ladies, please just don't do it. Yeah, please don't. Another side effect that you might get from these things is toxic shock syndrome, TSS. Yeah, if you've ever used tampons, I think on the boxes they write that you're not supposed to leave them up there for a very long time, because you might get toxic shock syndrome. Another thing, like I searched for like, videos on YouTube or whatever, and I saw some people were saying, oh, they get cramps. And tell me how getting a cramp is a good thing. Like, you're not on your period and you're getting cramps. Why? That is just, why? Why are you getting cramps? It's not a good thing, ladies, okay? And also on my search, I found out that, after this whole thing, after these 72 hours or however long you've put that thing in there, you will then have, I don't know, they call it like a purge, right? Which is that moment when things come out of you. Now, I don't want to disgust anyone, but these things are just, don't go looking for them. Just don't go looking for them, okay? Because they're nasty. Nasty. You have nasty things coming out of you. How is that a good thing? Okay? these nasty things. People are like, oh yeah, it's old blood, it's the toxins coming out of me, it's, you know, now I'm healed or whatever. Guys, things like that are not supposed to be coming out of you, okay? This, I don't know, did you maybe think that maybe when you put that Yoni pearl in, it did something to your insides that was not good, and now your insides are reacting? Did you ever think that? Because when you have bacterial infections or whatever, you have discharge that's like discolored or whatever, right? Which is what these things that come out of you look like after this Yoni pearl treatment or whatever, right? It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It means there was an infection, okay? It means, I don't know, something bad happened in there and now it's coming out. Okay? It doesn't, just because you have these things coming out of you, it doesn't mean that, oh, you've been healed or whatever. Maybe you've even made it worse. Okay? So just don't believe it. Okay? And like I mentioned, people were like, oh, this helps with infertility, like if you can't have a child, or you need to detoxify so that, you know, you're able to have a child. There are many reasons as to why you might be infertile. Okay? And for you to treat those reasons, you need to know what it is. There are different reasons as to why you can't have a child. Okay? Actually, one of the reasons is that maybe your partner is infertile. It's not always the women. It's not always the woman's fault that they can't have a child. It might be the man. He might have low sperm count. You know, it's not always you. So I think you need to go to a doctor, both you and your partner, to get checked out. Because now imagine you do this thing, right? This Yoni detox pearl thing, and then it's your partner who has a problem, right? You try to have kids again, you can't. You continue with this Yoni detox pearl, so you continue hurting yourself with this Yoni detox pearl thing, right? And yet it's your partner, like your partner is just there, not getting not doing anything about his infertility problem, and you think it's your fault, you think it's your problem, so you're gonna go your whole life trying to fix a problem that is not there. Ladies, I think the best thing to do with infertility problems is to go see a doctor. Now, some of these things are, you know, especially with things that are like trendy or whatever, I feel like some of them are just cash grabs. Okay? You don't know what is in that pearl. Okay? They might say, oh, there is this or there's that, but how sure are you? Ladies, how sure are you? Is it from a trusted source? Are you buying from, I don't know, a pharmacy, of which usually you're not? You're buying from some Instagram back alley, your aunt's friend or whoever. Okay? You can't ever know what exactly is in those pearls, and some people are just selling them because of your insecurities as a woman. Some people are selling them just to make money, because it's a thing. People are out here trying to hustle. People are out here trying to make a living. Okay, so if they find something, they're going to, you know, use it to get money. I saw, like, even like on YouTube, some people were like, oh, this is how you make. People are making these in their houses. People are making these in their kitchens. You know how clean that space is? Do you know? Cleanliness, guys. All this bacteria I'm talking about, is the space they're making these things clean? Are the materials they're using to make these things clean? You never know. So why why risk it? Why risk it? Just don't buy. Okay. I also noticed that on some of the websites, these are usually the websites like in America, you know, because in Africa, I highly doubt that, you know, these people have websites or whatever. But on some of the websites, they do mention that, let me just read one of the, you know, statements I saw on one of the websites, right? It says, the statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This is in the US, right? The efficacy of these products has not been confirmed by FDA approved research. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. This is literally just the opposite of everything that they just said in like with the pearls, like, oh, they do this, oh, they do that, right? All information presented here is not meant as a substitute for or alternative to information from healthcare practitioners. Please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any product. When people are buying these things, they do not scroll all the way down to, you know, to see, oh, what does the FDA say about these things, right? They don't. You just see, oh, it does this, it does that, and you're like, oh, I need that, and then you buy, right? People don't scroll all the way. It is like at the bottom, at the bottom of the thing. And I don't know. I feel like you, whoever is watching this video, fine, it's your life, you know. I am certainly not encouraging you to go do this, but at the end of the day, I'm not where you are. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. And if you're gonna try this, at least do your research. Okay, that's all I'm asking. Do your research. I have told you why no, it's a no for me, but do your research, read everything, okay? And I think the last thing that I would want to say is, I feel like it's totally unnecessary. Okay, it's really just unnecessary. The money that you're gonna use to buy these things, because certainly they want you to keep buying. Yeah, it's not like, oh, use one and you're done for the rest of your life. Oh no, you're gonna keep buying them, you know. So ladies, that money that you're gonna use to keep buying these things, save it and go see a doctor. Okay, go see a doctor if you're having any problems with, I don't know, infertility, cramping, or whatever it is. If you're having problems, go see a doctor. Okay, I think that's the best thing you can do for yourself, because these things, no. Okay. And those of you who are having problems with you down there, and well, you can't afford to go see a doctor, maybe you should, I don't know, you could try lifestyle changes, you know. You could, there are different things. Maybe it's the food you eat, maybe the soap that you use, I don't know, the water that you use, maybe content, I don't, just change your lifestyle. That could help you. Okay, if you can't afford to go see a doctor, try change your lifestyle. And if that doesn't help, then try by all means to gather money or whatever it is that you need to go see a doctor. So that's all I had to say for today. Gentlemen, if you made it this far, don't worry, I'm coming for you on a later date, because there are things that some of these gentlemen also need to know about. And yeah, that's it. If you've watched to this point, thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'm not begging again, but You know what? I'm begging, please subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, thank you. Thank you. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Bye.